Hey, what is up you guys? In today's video, we're going to be discussing on whether or not Hiyatoys will ever make SpaceGodzilla and Destoroyah. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. So do I think Hiyatoys will make SpaceGodzilla and Destoroyah? Well, first, before I give a definitive answer, let's just go through some things that could probably point towards Hiyatoys eventually giving us Destoroyah and SpaceGodzilla. So, getting started with some things that could possibly mean and kind of indicate that we could maybe get SpaceGodzilla and Destoroyah is starting off with the first thing is Hiyatoys just recently starting giving us Toho Godzilla figures, because originally they just did like monster stuff, as you can see right here, and just recently they've been starting to give us Toho figures with giving us like Godzilla 1991, King Ghidorah 1991, and a couple of other figures. Those actually might be the only two that Hiya actually has out right now, and a couple more are on the way, Godzilla variants of course. So that is an indicator that yes, it is possible for us to get SpaceGodzilla and Destoroyah. But going even further, let's start with Destoroyah. Another indicator for Destoroyah is they just recently announced their Godzilla 1995, their Burning Godzilla, which of course is in the same exact movie as Destoroyah. So what would be better than for them to release Godzilla 1995 and then also give us Destoroyah so that they can go along with each other? That's another indication that Destoroyah could possibly be coming, because they did reveal their Burning Godzilla, which goes along with Destoroyah. And for SpaceGodzilla, we don't have anything from the 1994 film just yet, but I would assume that Hiyatoys will probably give us Godzilla 1994, which then could probably lead into them giving us SpaceGodzilla. And then I guess another thing too is this would just be really smart for Hiyatoys to give us SpaceGodzilla and Destoroyah, because I mean they're two of the most iconic Godzilla villains among the fans, and it would be stupid for them to not give us Destoroyah and SpaceGodzilla. So I think that's another thing too. And with them already giving us King Ghidorah, it's definitely a possibility. And then like Burning Godzilla for Destoroyah, it's definitely a possibility for us to be getting these two figures. And if you're looking at it from a money perspective, these would definitely sell well, because like I said, SpaceGodzilla and Destoroyah are some of the two most popular Godzilla villains out there, and they would definitely sell very well. So I do think, in summary, I do think it is very possible for Hiyatoys to definitely give us Destoroyah and SpaceGodzilla, and I'm really hoping for it, because I probably won't get the Destoroyah, because as you guys can see, I already have the Super 7 one, but I would really like to see Hiyatoys' version of SpaceGodzilla, because I think SH Monsters did a pretty decent job on SpaceGodzilla. It looks roughly similar to SpaceGodzilla. I think Super 7 did a okay job. I think it looks a little bit too cartoony. I do love Super 7's Destoroyah though. That is a really nice figure. But yeah, I would just really like to see these two monsters come. So Hiyatoys, if you're watching this, please give us SpaceGodzilla and Destoroyah. I do think that you guys probably will. You guys have probably already made it, to be honest. They probably have already thought about it, and they're probably making it right now. So then I guess that leads into another thing. When do I think Destoroyah and SpaceGodzilla could possibly come out? Well, with Hiyatoys, we know that they love to just reveal figures and then wait forever to release it. So if I had to guess, I think Destoroyah will come first, since we already have the Burning Godzilla revealed. So I think Destoroyah will come first so that it can go alongside with the Burning Godzilla. And I think SpaceGodzilla will come after. So with that being said, I think Destoroyah will probably be revealed maybe early next year to middle next year or something, probably. And then SpaceGodzilla maybe late next year, and then maybe even the year after that early. But I think those are the times that I'm estimating for these figures to actually come out, and I think would be the best time for Hiyatoys to actually reveal these figures. But that's just for the reveal. So when would they be released? Well, they like to release figures a year later, so if Destoroyah gets revealed early next year, then it'll come out in 2027, early 2027. And if SpaceGodzilla gets revealed at the end of 2026, then it'll be late 2027 when we actually see that figure. So it's definitely going to be a while before we can actually see these figures from Hiyatoys. Even if they reveal them in the next couple of months, it's definitely going to take us a while to actually get them in hand. But I just hope Hiyatoys actually gives us these two monsters, because again, they are some of the coolest monsters in the Godzilla series. So I think it'd be dumb for Hiyatoys not to give us them. So then, I guess to round everything up, yes, I do think Hiyatoys will give us Destoroyah and SpaceGodzilla, because they are very popular monsters, and I don't think that Hiyatoys would exactly pass them up and pass up a lot of money. So I do think Hiyatoys will get us Destoroyah and SpaceGodzilla, and I think that these guys will probably be revealed next year and then come out in 2027. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have not yet, make sure to please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell to turn on post notifications. You'll never miss another video. And if you'd like to support the channel a little bit more, consider purchasing a channel membership. Link in the description. You can also press the join button next to my name. And again, let me know in the comments what you guys think on this topic. Do you guys think Hiyatoys will give us Destoroyah and SpaceGodzilla? And when do you guys think that they will be revealed and released? And this has been Erwin Goji 14 signing out. Bye, guys.